Thank you, Chairman Harkin, and thank you, Ms. Burwell, for being here today. Ms. Burwell, there seems to be broad bipartisan agreement that we need to reduce federal health care spending. And Republicans argue that to accomplish this, we need entitlement reform. But they shouldn't forget that we passed major entitlement reform just 4 years ago as part of the Affordable Care Act, and that it's already working to reduce Medicare spending. So I just had a couple of numbers to look at. In 2009, before Obamacare, the Medicare Trust Fund was projected to go bankrupt in 2017. Today, the Medicare Trust Fund is solvent at least until 2026. Moreover, every Congressional Budget Office estimate of Medicare spending since the ACA was passed has continued to show bigger savings, that's bigger, not smaller savings, than the report before. In fact, last month, the CBO projected that Medicare spending for 2014 to 2020 will be $500 billion less than they originally projected after the bill was passed. And to put that in perspective, that's a cut in federal spending which is 6 times bigger than all of last year's idiotic sequester cuts, which slashed vital funds to basic scientific research, to Head Start, to Meals on Wheels. And the Republicans want to repeal it. So, Ms. Burwell, my question is, we know that reductions in Medicare costs are the result of many different factors, but as an expert in federal budgeting, do you think it's fair to say that an important factor in the efficiencies created by the Affordable Care Act has resulted in these reduction in costs in Medicare?
Yes, I do, and I think specifically when one looks at the CBO numbers, what one sees for the period of 2014 to 2020, which is the period since the Affordable Care Act was passed, because that was the window that CBO has scored, healthcare costs for the federal government have decreased by $900 billion over that period. And I think that is an important contribution to the issues of hopefully those are changes that do 2 things: reduce cost and maintain quality, and hopefully in some cases even improve quality. So the implementation already of the changes of the Affordable Care Act are reducing the deficit and providing great savings. The only thing I would also add is the current budget proposal that is before the Congress right now from the President, the actuaries say that that proposal will extend the life of the trust an additional 5 years. And there are choices and changes that would be that have been proposed by the administration, but that builds on the number that you already articulated, the 2017 to 2026.
Thank you. I think that's really important.